performance today. I know, first of all, I want to speak to our band performers and say how proud of you guys I am. I know you guys put a lot of work in so far this year, and taking on an instrument is an additional, luckily exciting opportunity that you guys have taken on. So we are all excited to hear you and very proud of you for all the effort you have put in. And to the audience, please make sure that we are a respectful audience and sit back. You guys get to relax and you get to enjoy some of the wonderful music you get to hear. All right, so we are going, I'd like to introduce, for some of you who don't know her, Ms. Harney, and she'll tell you a little bit about the music you're going to hear today.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. Harney, and I am the 5th grade band director here at Mill Pond. Before we start today, I actually want to start with some thank yous. Remember, our key value for this month is generosity. So I'd like to thank a few people who are generous with their time and energy, who help our band program grow. The first 3 people I would like to thank are Mr. G, Mr. Slomsky, and Mrs. Kowaleski for all of their time and energy to help the band grow and foster this program. We can give them a round of applause. Yeah, go for it. The next person I would like to thank is Mr. Martin at the high school, again, for donating your generous time and energy to our band program. Round of applause. Thank you. The next person I would like to thank, again, for the generosity of their time and energy is Mrs. Amber Bach, the superintendent. The next people, a lot of them are in this room, is all the 5th grade teachers. Anyone who works with the 5th grade teachers, thank you so much for your flexibility. The last person I would like to thank is Mrs. Forrest, who teaches some of our sectionals and also helps out the band fairly often. So let's give Mrs. Forrest a round of applause. Thank you very much. All right, so on our program today, we've got a lot of great music for you. Now, for a little bit of context, we have been playing our instruments for almost 3 months. That's it. We've only been playing our instruments for 3 months. Now, the first exercise that we're going to play for you is on page 6. Everyone's got page 6 open, right? We're going to play an exercise that combines the first 3 notes that we ever learned. Now, this is like a little, go back in time a little bit to the very first notes that we ever played together as a band. That's 1, 2, 4. Ready? Yeah. Selection that we have for you is called Moving Around, number 5. Shh, quiet voices please, band. On this one, we're going to do something a little special. We're going to have each section play on their own. The first section that you will hear are all of our woodwinds. So the woodwind instruments are flutes, oboes, clarinets, and saxophones. So woodwinds, let me hear you play number 5. Ready? The next instruments that you'll hear from are brass instruments, which are trumpets, trombones, French horns, and euphoniums. Oh, shh, quiet please. Ready, brass musicians, let me hear you play number 5. Section of our band that you'll hear from today is the percussion section. Now, percussion plays a variety of different instruments, but for this concert, we've been focusing on bells and snare, which you'll hear both of them in this performance. Percussion, let me hear you play number 5. Ready? One and two, and percussion, here we go. Sections of the band and you put them all together. Now we're going to add the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion all together to hear number 5 played as a full band. So everybody, let me hear you play number 5. Ready? Earlier this year called half note rock. So this is one where we practice playing our half notes. Maybe some of you know what that's like from other groups. All right, ready? Half note rock, number 9. The piece we just played for you has half notes in it. The next piece we're going to play for you is when we started to learn about quarter notes, which is number 15. Make sure you turn your page to page 8. The next piece we're going to play for you is called Rising Rhythms, which focuses on playing quarter notes. Quiet voices, please. Thank you. Yes. The next two pieces that we'll play for you are two more familiar melodies. Everything we've played up until now demonstrates all of the skills that we have built over the last few months of playing our instruments. These next two pieces take all of those skills, all of those notes and those rhythms, and puts them all together, all right? The next piece we're going to play for you is a little melody called Hot Cross Buns. Let me ask you, audience, how many of you know the melody Hot Cross Buns? Nice. All right, so this is a classic. You learned it on recorder in 3rd grade, I'm sure. And then we're gonna play it for you now, right here with band instruments this time. All right? Shh. Number 19, Hot Cross Buns. Everyone's looking at the page. Not too fast, ready? 1 and 2 and ready, here we go. Called Merrily We Roll Along. It could also be called Mary Had a Little Lamb. Raise your hand, audience. How many of you know the tune Mary Had a Little Lamb? Nice. Now this piece has a very special skill that we've been practicing, which is called a repeat sign. So you're going to hear us play Merrily We Roll Along, or Mary Had a Little Lamb, once, and then we're going to repeat it and play it a second time, all right? So that's the skill that we've been working on with Merrily We Roll Along. All right, band. Number 23, Merrily We Roll Along, not too fast. Nice and slow, here we go. I really appreciate how you were all listening attentively, and I really appreciate all the applause, and I'm sure all the 5th grade band students appreciate that as well. Let's give one more round of applause to the 5th grade.